Hi everybody, today we're going to review solving one variable equations. Remember to stop the recording anytime you need to. Okay, so yeah, we're going to basically, rather than go forward with some new material, we're going to go ahead and just review the things that you're going to see the most of next year. And those are sort of the most important things we've done for Math 8 this year. So steps for solving complex equations, one variable equations. You're going to simplify the expressions on both sides of the equation of the equal sign first. That it would involve flipping up and distributing. And then second, combining like terms. Remember, you have to combine once all parentheses are gone. Next, you begin your solving steps. We balance out the x's, get rid of x's from one side if they're on both sides. Then balance your ones, get rid of the ones that are on the same side as the remaining x term. And then finally, divide by the coefficient of x. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So we're just going to do a few problems together, and then I have an assignment where you're going to try some problems on your own. So write your equation down, draw your line down through the equal sign, and let's look at each side of the equation separately and see what we can do to simplify it. So on the left, I notice we have parentheses, and I also notice the 3 is up against it. That means we can distribute. So 3 times 2x gives us 6x. 3 times 5 gives us 15 equals 39. Can't do anything with 39. We can't combine like terms. So now we're ready for solving steps. We do not have variables on both sides. That's fine. We do have ones on the same side as the x. So we've got 15 positive ones. So we're going to use negative 15 to get rid of that. So we're going to have 6x equals, let's see, that's 24. Last step, divide by the coefficient of x, which is 6. So divide by 6. So x equals 4. So I'd suggest you maybe try to work ahead of me if you can, to see if you're coming out with the same steps that I am, because this is review. Okay, here's the next one. 25 plus x equals 3 times the quantity 7 minus x. Okay, on the left-hand side, there's nothing we can do to simplify. There's no distributing, no combining like terms. On the right side, we do have some distributing. The dead giveaway is those parentheses, and the 3 is right up against them. So we go ahead and multiply. So 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times negative x is negative 3x. And just bring down the left-hand side. Okay, there's nothing more we can do to simplify the left. There never was anything on the left. We don't have any like terms there. And we don't have any like terms on the right either. So it's time to start solving. So we have x's on both sides. If I get rid of that negative 3x, I can have a positive x value. So I'm going to get rid of the negative 3x to make it completely gone. I'm going to add 3x. So I'm making a 0 pair with that. Okay, that gives me 25 plus 1x plus 3x makes 4x equals 21. Now go back to the side with the x on the left. There are some ones over there. There are 25 positive ones, so we need to use negative 25 to zero that out, make a 0 pair with it. And do the same thing on the other side. So that gives us 4x equals, quick scoreboard, negative and positive. 21 is positive, 25 is negative, so the negatives win, and they win by 4. Last step, divide by the coefficient of x, which is 4. So we get x equals negative 1. Okay. Next one, 10 minus the quantity, 8x minus 7, equals 67 minus 8x. So you see the parentheses over on the left-hand side? We have a negative in front of it. That means we need to flip up. So we have 10x minus 8x plus 7. So remember, flipping up is just the same as having a negative 1 that you're distributing. Same thing. And then on the other side, bring down the 67 and the negative 8x. Nothing we can do with that. On the left-hand side, we still have 3 terms, so there's something we can still do. And that is combine like terms. So 10x minus 8x, it's going to give us 2x plus 7 equals 67 minus 8x. Okay, we've got variables on both sides. I want to keep my variables positive, so I'm going to get rid of the negative variable over here. I'm going to get rid of this negative 8x, and I'm going to use a positive 8x to do it. Remember, you could get rid of either variable. It doesn't matter. As long as you keep your signs straight, you'll be fine. So 2x plus 8x makes 10x plus 7 equals 67. Now I want to get rid of the ones that are on the same side as the x. So positive 7x and a negative 7x makes a 0 pair. Use negative 7 on both sides. I get 10x on the left. I get 60 on the right. Last step, divide by that coefficient of x, which is 10. You get x is equal to 6. Okay, 2 more. 12 times the quantity, x plus 3, equals 5 times the quantity, 2x plus 8. So we're going to take the 12 and distribute it. So 12 times x makes 12x. 12 times 3 makes 36. On the other side, we can also distribute. So 5 times 2x makes 10x. 5 times 8 makes 40. All right, there are no like terms on the left or the right, so it's time to start solving. We look and see, do we have x's on both sides of the equation? We do. So we want to go ahead and balance that out. We want to go ahead and get rid of the x's from one of the sides. So I'm going to get rid of the 10x using a negative 10x. Negative 10x. So that gives me 2x plus 36 equals 40. Okay, next we want to get rid of the ones that are on the same side as the variable. So we have a positive 36. We're going to get rid of that with a negative 36. Total that up. We get 2x equals 40 minus 36 is 4. Last step, divide by the coefficient of x, which is 2. So x is equal to 2. Okay, last one. It's a biggie. So 4x plus 5 times the quantity, 7x minus 3 equals 9 times the quantity x minus 5. So on the left-hand side, the first thing we can do is distribute the 5. So we keep our 4x plus 35x minus 15. On the other side, we can also distribute. Distribute that 9. 9 times x is 9x. 9 times negative 5 is negative 45. On the left, we still have 3 terms, and 2 of them are like. So let's combine them. So 4x plus 35x makes 39x minus 15 equals 9x minus 45. Now we want to go ahead and balance the x's. We've got 9x on the right. I'm going to go ahead and subtract that. So use negative 9x on both sides. That leaves me with 30x on the left minus 15 equals negative 45. Next, we're going to get rid of the ones that are on the same side as the variable. So we're going to get rid of the negative 15. We're going to add 15, add 15. So we've got 30x equals, let's throw those on a scoreboard. 45 is negative, 15 is positive, negatives win, and they win by 30. So divide by 30, divide by 30, and we get x equals negative 1. Okay, that's it. So that was our practice, and now you're going to do the worksheet, the review of solving variable equations worksheet. You're going to see